Okay, so the previous live stream I did, there was no audio. So I hope this one has audio. I still am not 100% sure there's audio. I tried to check to confirm, but there might be no audio in this, so I'm gonna keep it short. For this video, it's going to be a quick update of what I'm building. So I am a co-founder of StylesGo. StylesGo is the idea is very simple. If you don't want to go to the barber shop, we have barbers onboarded on StylesGo, and you use our website or app to book an appointment, and they come to your house. That's simple. However, in the back end, running this, because it involves a lot of human interaction, it involves a lot of building apps, writing code, uh, social media, marketing, all those things. Running it is actually tough. It takes up a lot of hours. So I thought for this summer, for the next 3 to 4 months, I will automate everything. Everything involving operations of StylesGo, writing code, marketing, content, uh, customer support, barber engagement, you name it, everything. I want to have AI agents do everything. This is a very big goal, and I mean, it's achievable in 3 months, but it takes a lot. It has to take a lot of work, especially if I want to build AI agent that we can actually use, not just slop. And so I broke it down into separate agents to build one at a time, and then I'm going to work on them one after another. The first one I built, which I thought was supposed to be the easiest, was the blog content agent. So we already have blog content, like 30 blog articles on a Notion page. And what we do is, and what we've been doing for the past month is, the blog articles they were all written like in a long time ago, and so we need to clean them up. We need to check the links are still working. We need to add some images. We need to also ensure that the voice is of the brand voice. And usually, a person, me or my two other co-founders, would go on there and like manually read through it, add everything. This takes a lot of time. And then I thought, image generation AI can do that. Well, brand voice, I can train the AI agent on the brand voice, and it can do that for us. What else do we check? Everything that a human does, I will specifically train the agent to do that. And then it's going to clean the blog up and then send it to me for approval. And then I approve it or give it feedback to improve. Uh, and then if I give if it something is off, and then I give a feedback, it fixes it and sends it back to me for approval. We can go in this loop multiple times, and when it's good enough, I can click approve. And what used to take 30 minutes, 1 hour, now takes 2 minutes. Basically, the time that it takes for me to just read the blog article. So I'm excited about that. I've already built that. It's already functional. It's already functional. We're already using it, and that's what I'm happy about. That I'm not just building AI agents to like learn how to build AI agent. I'm actually building production ready systems. That was the first one. The second one is the blog agent uh, publishes the blog, right? Then we also have what we do called content repurposing. So we take the blog and then we think about, oh, this blog should have a Instagram post that go with it, or a Facebook post, or a Twitter post, or a LinkedIn post if it's like B2B. And then we basically use the blog to write that post for that social media. That's what content repurposing is. Instead of us having to rewrite the uh, content for each of the social media and adapt it to the social media, I train an AI agent on what does a good Instagram post look like. What are the best practices that are available, or like resources on the web on how to write posts on Twitter, for example. It knows all of that. And then I also added the brand voice to it so that it actually sounds like StylesGo. And if it's not, I can review it and ask it to change some things. And then also image generation and reels. So I use ChatGPT Image Gen 2, and I fall back to Image Gen 4. I find that Image Gen 4 is not as good as ChatGPT Image Gen 2, and then I use VO 3.1 for the Reels generation. And yeah, so now the content repurposer is like a workflow. The content repurposer picks up after the blog article. So once the blog is done, the content repurposer starts to work, and it takes the blog that has already published that day and just changes it to 5 different social media posts, or 4, because we don't have a Reddit. Reddit was a pain. So I used to re-strategize for Reddit. I just, cause since I can't make posts on Reddit, like posting on Reddit is, it might be considered as spam, and the community might like say, "Oh, you're blatantly selling." So what I do is I have a separate agent, which every week, twice a week, just to save cost. It's supposed to be like daily, but it I give it some subreddits to look through the threads, and if there's any question in any subthread that is of interest to Styles Go, or that we can answer using a blog post that we've published, then if you use that blog post to come up with the answer to that question, and then send those to me, and then I manually just copy that and paste into the thread. Because posting on social media, I need to get the API, and I was unable to get that. I think they're trying to really hard to cut off automatic posting. And so that's it for the content repurposer. And then the next agent I built was Barber onboarding agent. So we have like over 100 Barber applications. Some of these are incomplete applications. Some of these are partially complete. Some of these are complete. Some of them we've even forgotten. What we did in the past was manually go through the list, look at the people that have complete. If they have complete, we move them to the next stage. If they are incomplete, the application will send them a personalized message or SMS, email saying, "Oh, complete your upload your license, upload this, upload that." Again, as you can imagine, that would take a long time because you have to check. Oh, do they have this? Do they have that? You have to customize the message for everybody. Now, this is something that an agent can do very easily, and it's like a template. Oh, you need to upload this, and this, depending on what they're missing, specific to each person, to each barber. But if a human is doing it, human has to check, human has to, it takes time. But an agent can also, it's an algorithm. An agent can do that, you know, without any problems. And so that's why I built this, and it's also already in application. So it looks through the list of all the Barber applications we have. The complete ones, it notifies me on Telegram, oh, this one is complete. And then the ones that are incomplete, it autonomously sends them a SMS and an email. And then we do this for a period of 7 days. After 7 days, if a barber did not respond or they did not complete their application, the agent autonomously rejects their application. So we're using it just in the first step of the pipeline. And then obviously the ones that have completed the applications are the only ones that are even worth us looking at. So we look at those, and those, that's a very like 10% of the big people that actually just log in to the app. So that has been very useful. It's automatically rejected like 17 barber accounts this morning, and I'm like, oh, I would have had to be the one to do that. Now I don't have to spend an hour, 2 hours. And the fourth agent that I'm building, I love this. So the first 3 agents were mostly like operational. The fourth one is actually something I personally use, and it's like crazy that I'm automating what I'm doing. So when I do blog content, I do content repurposer, I do Bible onboarding. These I do, but they're not my primary job at Styles Go. My primary job at Styles Go is coding, like building our systems, our apps, websites, and I'm 90% of my time is on coding. And so, how I do coding, usually is we have a list of features that we have to build or bugs that we have to fix. Then we put those in Slack. So like my co-founders, whenever they see an issue, we have a channel on Slack. They just text that issue, and then I see it. Also, when I'm like about my day and I think about any feature to add or a bug to fix, I put it there so that we have everything organized in one place. And then when I'm settled to actually do deep work, I just go through the Slack messages one after another and do. That's how we've been doing it. But then I thought, wait, with agents now, everything in that pipeline can be automated, like every single thing, even the coding, even everything, except the actual features. So right now, the agent that I built, what it does is that whenever there's a new post, so whenever me or my co-founders text for a bug fix or for a new feature to add, usually sometimes they're like one-liners and like, oh, add the feature we talked about yesterday. So if I was reading it, I would understand because I spoke with my co-founder yesterday. But for the AI agent, it has to know how to classify ambiguous and clear. Sometimes I give myself detailed features to add so that when I come to work, I already know that I don't have to like think again. I pour my ideas in the Slack channel. And we still do that, my co-founders and I. But then there are some that are one-liners, like I said earlier. And so the agent classifies the messages into two: ambiguous ones and clear ones. The clear ones, it already knows what to do since it already has context of the apps and the code. The second one, the ambiguous one, it texts me on Telegram. Hey, I saw this. Add the feature we talked about yesterday. What is the feature? Explain to me. And then I basically explain to it or do a voice note. And then it takes that. That's the first step of the process. Okay? First step. Now, step two is, so before I do step two, let me back up and explain to you how I did it. How I did it is I would have all these messages on Slack, and then I would go on Cloud Code or Codex, and then I would copy the message and paste in uh, Codex. And then if it's ambiguous, if it's like fix the bug we talked about yesterday, obviously at the time I'm going to tell Codex, oh Codex, this is the bug, blah blah blah, and then give it a bigger context. And then once I'm done, I just push to GitHub and like the rest follows. Now the for the AI agent, we can't actually do that because I thought that if we have the AI agent do the classification, I need the projects, I need the tasks to live somewhere. And I was thinking about what to do, where to put it, and I thought about Linear, the project management tool. So I actually got this idea from Alex Finn. He's like a YouTuber that talks about AI and stuff. And it was a good idea. As a human, I probably don't need to use Linear because it's like a extra step in my process. But for AI agent, if you want to get them to be organized, Linear is perfect. So what it does is that at 8 a.m. every morning, it classifies and adds more details and context to each uh, task. It puts it in Linear. Then at 9 a.m., another agent picks those up. So another agent, that's basically Codex or Cloud Code. It looks through Linear, the new posts, and then it picks one of them. Again, remember, this Linear issue now has detailed context on the feature to build or bug to fix. Basically, it just builds it. Once it builds it, it creates a branch and then pushes a PR. And then I just see the PR. Come in. Oh,
Are you on live?
yeah, I'm on live.
Are there
Well, there's
people there?
nobody. No. I'm just talking to myself.
You got that. I believe in you.
All right, bye. Okay. So I have the PR, and then I just see the PR, and then I review it. I test it out. If it works, I just push it. I accept. approve the PR, and then it automatically merges to main. Now this entire workflow, so now all I need to do is just to type in features I want to build and bugs I want to fix on Slack, and the agent is going to do the rest and just review at the end. Obviously now with big features, like with gigantic features that need a lot of testing and a lot of modifications, I have to still work deeply on Codex and Claude. But for things like, add a button or like, I don't know, add a something or fix this error, it can handle it fine. Now I with this for blogs, I don't know. I have a list of agents I want to build next, but I'm still thinking which one is the priority. Why is the light out? Anyway, I'm done. Okay, end stream.